This is a video on how to collect data for the water temperature or other parameters from the USGS water quality data site. So you're going to enter this data into this spreadsheet that you guys get from here, from Schoology. I have up right here. It looks like this. You have 3 tabs at the bottom. Snaked in, which we did in class last time, and then the Glade. You're going to do the data here, and then your own stream, okay? You're going to find that. So I just want to show you guys how to do this so that you, in case you're struggling with it. So I go in here and I use this site. Use the one I've linked in Schoology. Because there's a lot of tricky ones out there. There's a lot of these sites. And I want you to use this one. This is the easiest way. All right, so you have the water data for the nation. Come over here, search for Virginia, and just follow my steps here. If you're working on your own stream, you're going to search a different state. If you're looking for maybe another kind of trout or brook trout more in the northern states, northeastern states, or maybe out west. Here I have Virginia. If I happen to be looking for the ones we're talking about, Snaketon and the Glade, the closest ones to South Lakes, they're right here. Here's Fairfax County, they're right here. When I click on this one, for example, and I scroll, come out here and scroll, I see that Snaketon. If I click on the one next to it, that's the Glade. So those are the 2 you're getting as your practice, and then you'll look in another state for your own stream data. So let's just do the Snaketon so you see how to do it. So you can grab water temperature here, or if there's another kind of data, you'll look for it there. But and then once we find that, we find the yellow band, go to view monitoring location page. That's the important thing. Now you're going to be looking at just the data from that one place, that one station that's collecting data. So here it is, Snaketon Branch. And here, look, it says gauge height. Even though we chose water temperature, it still says gauge height. So let's come all the way down to here. And this is all the different things I can look at. Maybe you want to look at nitrates later on. Maybe you want to look at something else. We're going to look at, this is about water temperature, but it's going to be the same method. I don't check anything else. I just want to graph water temperature. So when I come back up here, I look, and lo and behold, here we have water temperature, and I'm, again, at the Snaketon branch. So I want to look at January. I want to look at, whatever month, do it by month. I go in here, I click change time span. I come back. If I want to do January, I click the first day of the month, come over. I have to go back to the month I'm doing, January, and I want the 31st. So I have the first day of the month, the last day of the month, and I hit change the time span. That gives me a graph right here of January. I look at January 1st to January 31st, and now I can do use my cursor here as I go across to find the highest and the lowest temperature, which is what our data table is asking for. Okay, so let's check it. Come back to here. Notice there's some missing data here. That might be something that you put in the notes over here. Not every entry, not every row is going to have the notes. I want all of your measurement uncertainty to be plus or minus 0.05. That's from the USGS. And I look, where is my highest temperature? Well, clearly it's here. So it looks like I can read right off of there. When I have it positioned in the upper left, 8.7 degrees C. So I enter into my data, 8.7 degrees C. Perfect. That's what it says. And lowest, and notice here it's 0. There will be some that are able to go below 0. Here, the lowest it has is 0. That's another thing you would make a note of in the data. So our lowest temperature is 0. And we say that API, the interface is not reporting temps below 0. So again, you're not going to have a note for every line of data. It's just if something is, notable. Maybe there's missing data in this month, or reports, not below 0. So we could add here, minor amount of missing data. So missing data would be maybe the sensor wasn't working that day or something. So now I go back and I do February 2025. For us, Snaked and Branch, you're doing January 2025 to September 2025, and then your teacher will tell you what years to do the Glade. You can look in Schoology for that, and how many months or years to do for your own stream. All right, so then when you go, you'll just back up for your own stream. You'll back up back to that link again, out of the monitoring station, and you may want to go back to the water quality site. That I link right here, and this would be how you search your states, and you go through that same method. Thank you.